communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to Millennium News 24 editorial and current affairs. Viewers, we have our co-host and our network good friend Todd Goldfinger with us. We're going to talk about today Eastern Europe, Western Europe, America, Middle East. Todd, these days look like Western Europe and America is going to be lose. What do you think?
I don't think we're going to lose. I think we're going to be very unified. I think the West is going to be more unified than it's ever been. I want to tell you that. I have to make it a stated point that right now, as we are in limbo, I hope you don't mind me saying this, while we're in limbo, as we speak right now, we don't know what's going to happen. It's very scary to be in limbo and not know what the next play, the next move is from who. And we need to say, in this interim time that we have right now, this little window, hopefully not to come before the storm. We don't want that. We don't want that. We need to make it known to the people if they're watching. We don't want this kind of stuff. We don't want war. We don't want. We need to stand up for our brothers and sisters who are fighting. Yes, they're doing a good thing because actually what they're doing is they're going to basically show everybody that they're not going to be able to mess around with these, let's say, Western thinking countries. And if this is how they want to go, then so be it. Putin is being a bully. Putin is being a very big bully, and we need to understand that this started the day pretty much like after he went to the ceremony for the unknown soldier, and since then I think he's been very depressive, and he's been depressive a very, very long time. And when somebody's so depressive, they can also go into altered states and become what some Westerners would call deranged. So maybe he's entering some altered states because of his what we would call in the West poor mental health. He's having an altered state, maybe a shamanic experience, but it's actually a very dark one because it's ending in outward destruction in his way of doing things. That's what he wants. So what do we do to stop a person from this? Well, we need to reason. In a negotiation, you never split the difference. You don't go into politics. You don't eat dinner and have talk about politics or money or race or religion. You don't do that while you're eating. You enjoy your meal. I think that's the point of the story, and I just want to say thank you, Noor, for having this segment today that we could talk about our brothers and sisters in Ukraine and also in the EU that we support very strongly, and we are with you. We are with you all the way. We're not backing down, and I have a feeling with the great leadership that Germany has with Schultz, things will be going in a very good direction if we can stay the course. And thank you so much for allowing us to have this moment to talk. Thank you.
40% oil and gas coming from in the world? Russia. After President Putin in the power, 1998, he energized industrial, making the country establishment like oil and gas. All Arctic area oil and gas. All Arctic area is by his boundary. So now, if he stops supplying gas or we stop taking gas from him, how is going to be happening our Western Europe, and America? Do you have any idea?
I don't know, but it's a scary place that we're in right now. Things haven't been this scary since before I was even on the planet, before I was born. They had the Cuban Missile Crisis, which we learned about in history books. At least the history books taught us that back in the day. At least we were able to gather that from the history books. I'm not saying anything about the education system in this country yet. We'll get to that another time. But at least we got that little bit of information from that. At least I was able to get that. So the point of the story is this. With how things are today, yesterday we had the State of the Union. I thought it was quite good, but you told me, Noor, tell me what your thoughts are on that. Maybe we could talk about that, because I feel like it was a very good and strong State of the Union where Biden even mentioned the border and, bulking up on the border and putting in place something that's going to be better for everybody involved. And it sounded like he was reaching across the aisle to everybody, and I thought that was a very good thing. He won points in my book. For whatever people want to say about him, when you get to that place, that's a powerful position. So it's not easy. It's not easy. We need to be a little bit more compassionate. And look, he's not Trump. He's not dividing people like Trump. I don't think. Maybe people think he's dividing people for whatever reason, but I don't think it's to the degree of what Trump did and what he continues to do when he's siding with dictators in countries that are basically bombarding innocent countries. Thank you.
2016, I do not vote for Hillary. I vote for Trump. Reason, you're going to ask me. I feel he is the businessman and he is from New York City. I meet with him probably 2 or 3 times before probably he's running the election. Before 2012, I meet with him some reason 2-3 times. But as a man of principle, he is hungry for money. That's all he knows. Anyway, and 2020, I do not vote for him. I vote for Joe Biden. And coming to the politics last night, both I like whatever Joe Biden said. My point is, whatever Joe Biden won, more $1.9 trillion for industry, IT, education, health, and elderly citizen and everyone. But Republican is not on the board. Also, Democrat, 2 senators, Joe Manchin and Christina Sinema, they are not on the board. So how he gonna do all good things he told? How he gonna pass? That's why I'm saying he's not gonna. His own people.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Can I finish? I know it's not his fault, but
I have to defend him.
You can defend anybody. I don't mind, but he's our president. He tried to bring the points, what we need in America, what we have to do. And internationally, what he going to do with Ukraine and Western Europe, NATO and Russia. He did good things. Our United States airspace is closed for Russia. We are Russian border. One of the state is we buy from Russia. Russia cannot give us money. They took loan, but they cannot pay us. That time they give us one state called Alaska. You know that. Is Russian. And they cannot pay their debt, and they give us whole state of Alaska. So is border of Russia right now. And we bring millions of barrel oil, gas from border of Alaska, okay, from Russia. Anyway, from Arctic Sea. Right now, Joe Biden closed the airspace for Russia. Thanks God. It's good things.
Thanks God.
Yeah, it's good things. But European Union, NATO, and America, all jointly, they can close the airspace in Ukraine too. But they don't want it. I don't know why. They're thinking it's going to be Third World War. Our speaker said it's going to be Third World War if we're going to close the Ukrainian airspace. And Joe Biden talking about Ukraine, talking about NATO, talking about European Union, talking about America. But one thing, Joe Biden, his friends and his ally, Saudi Arab, Arab Emirat, Qatar, they do not support him. They do not support him taking the more gas and oil. Joe Biden administration told them, carry on more gas and oil to the Western world. They refuse. Also, NPR, AP, New York Times, Washington Post, they said these Middle Eastern people meet with last night in President Putin in Russia. America build Saudi Arab, America build Arab Emirat. Now they are against us. Okay? 1940s, FDR, he met Saudi king in the ocean. That time they don't have a roads, they don't have a highway, they have a only little house made by dirt. They don't have a brick house, they don't have anything. 1940s. Now they are one of the largest economy in the world. Regarding America, American people, American president, all from FDR to as of today, all administration, help Saudi Arab, Qatar, Arab Emirat. Now they are against us. They are meeting with Moscow, Chinese foreign minister, Arab Emirat, king, and Saudi foreign minister. What do you think? What kind of politics is that? Do you know anything? Or
Do you want me to say something?
go ahead.
Okay. I would say that let's see how this plays out, because we know when you've got China and Russia, together, these are strange bedfellows, okay? Who's going to speak for them? Who's going to do the talking? Who's going to be the mouthpiece? And what are they going to say? What are their demands? Because when negotiating with people, you don't want to split the difference. You want to lead with your heart and give people the benefit of the doubt. That's what I've learned in negotiation. And I just want to share that with all the viewers that are watching this. And keep hope alive. If you're in Ukraine, God, we are with you. Our hearts are with you. Really bless you and keep fighting the good fight. Thank you. Peace. Well, you know what I mean.
I understood. Ukrainian people is love, peaceful people. They are Jewish people. And Russian bloc, they are not Jewish. They are Orthodox Christian. you know. So they don't like Ukrainian people. They don't like Jewish people. That's why they call this is Nazi Germany, Nazi
Yeah,
people.
like Nazis, like the
Yeah,
Nazis. And
exactly.
we've been seeing this. I have to say this real quick, please. Noor, please allow me to say this.
Go ahead.
Just 1 minute. Is that during the Nazi era, it wasn't the end of it. Throughout the years, even when I was there, people had warned me to be careful for being a minority. People just, for whatever reason, they see me and, they could be very brutal, very harsh for no good reason. Okay? People who are of color can understand these kinds of things. Sometimes people who are not of color cannot understand these kinds of things. That's all I'm going to say about that. But the point of my story is this. We need to be very strategic. We need to be careful. We need to plan things out. We need to be calmer heads prevail. The calm heads, the calm people, we talk. We talk things out. We try to find some resolutions to the problems. If there's a problem in diplomacy like there is right now, what are we going to do about it? Okay, what can we do about it? As individuals, as citizens, we can go on TV. We can have our voice heard. This is our civic duty. If you believe in truth and honesty. Anyway, when I was in Eastern Europe, just to finish the story, is that the rising of neo-Nazi groups was on the rise. The hatred for Jews, for Jewish people, and this is for people that never met Jewish people before. We're talking about kids with hatred in their hearts for Jewish people, okay? In the subway in Berlin. I mean, so I'm just telling you, this stuff exists. I was out there, I tested it. I even put on a kippah. I put on a yarmulke for a month just to test it out. I went into the subway, and guess what I found? It wasn't very nice. They weren't very nice to me. Some people found me to be very holy, and some others didn't treat me very nicely. And that's all I want to say about that. Thank you.
Viewers, America built so many countries, and America destroy also so many countries. That's why these days all Muslim world and Asian majority countries against Europe and America, China, Korea, not Japan, China, North Korea, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, also Turkey, Arab Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Palestine, Egypt, all these bloc, they are not part of America and America and European Union. So how our citizens get oil and gas? Anyway, probably our government gonna do something. They're gonna bring somewhere else, or they have a stock, they're gonna supply from the stock. Third, European Union and
Yes, sir.
NATO's, they sit down today for bring the Ukraine now part of European Union. Why is whole 30 years, last 30 years, they don't do anything. Now Ukraine getting destroyed, then they are welcoming. So what kind of politics?
It seems like lazy politics. Like, it seems like the kind of
Huh?
politics that people will only do things when it's like too late. I mean, in World War II, 6 million Jews died, and that's like, people don't realize, like, there's not a big Jewish population now. People are very angry at Jewish people for a lot of reasons. One of them is the invention of Israel, which, to me, in my opinion, is a place that I wish most of the people were living in LA or Hollywood or elsewhere and not having that. But that's just my opinion. This is an editorial piece, so we're talking opinions here. They didn't let me into Israel. I got stuck at the Moscow airport for 3 days. That's all I'm going to say about that. Aeroflot not being in international aerospace is the best move I've heard in a very long time. Thank you.
Viewers, hope all of you understood what is going on. Today, like hours ago, Russia bombing some shipyard in Ukraine by Kiev. They destroy few ship. One is from cargo ship from Bangladesh, India, also Korean. 3 ships they bombing like a few hours ago. Bangladeshi ship, they killed few people. We don't know how many. Also Korean and Indian, they killed lot of people. So this is called fight. So why this ship is there, God knows. Anyway, we hope still so many people, millions of people in Ukraine, our politicians, they're going to do something. We know Biden administration try to make some kind of peace through signage, but still is not working. Hope is going to be work. We like to see world is peace and world is saved. Todd, do you have any last word you can say regarding Ukraine
Yes.
and our
Yes.
United States?
Yes. If you think this doesn't affect you, you're wrong. All of these things have a ripple effect. Please pray. If you believe, if you have faith, pray. If you don't believe in anything, listen to some good music, go on YouTube, and watch Millennium TV. Peace.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you for come over our editorial and current affairs. Viewers, free the world, save the world. Not only Ukraine, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Yemen, Ethiopia, Palestine, Sudan, all of those countries. So whatever you are, please stay with our Millennium News 24/7 and edit today's editorial. We are in all iOS and Android devices, also all smart TVs, Roku TV, Amazon TV, Sony, Samsung, LG, also Roku stick, Amazon stick, Apple TV. We are on local, Radiant IPTV, Jadu TV, and Jago BD worldwide. Viewers, our social network address Millennium News 24/7, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube channel, News Channel M24. Our colleague, friends, IT, broadcaster, reporter, journalist, they working round the clock for you. Please watch Millennium News 24/7. Whatever you are, stay peace, love, and happiness. Goodbye and take care for today.